Are you aware of going through all of the bills that impact Santa Monica? We intend to, and again, how they impact us.
All right.
Yeah, congratulations to staff to HPP that happen.
Yeah, it's. I think it's a separate process from the zone to figure out when we can bring that forward.
That, I think we actually talked about perhaps a joint meeting
Approach.
Just to clarify.
And there's a little picture. Fantastic. Santa Monica Conservancy.
Weekend and yeah, it was, I think, one of them enjoying themselves on the streets of Santa Monica without rancor backwards and forwards, and such a rare thing that we should really celebrate it. And to see, it's probably about 9 acres of land released from cars for that morning.
So that brings you is a statement of official fence modification, the new Untitled Josephs. And
thank you. Is that better?
That's work.
My name's Brian O'Neill. I live in the Gundara Park neighborhood, formerly known as Stewart Park, which is the poorest residential neighborhood in Santa Monica. And on September 6th, 2017, a project was heard before the Planning Commission to allow for a preschool on our R1 residential street. This would be unprecedented in the city of Santa Monica. We had about 30 of my neighbors come to that hearing, passionately oppose approval of the CUP that was required. 25 of us wrote impassioned, detailed letters of our opposition to this project, which will operate as a commercial endeavor, even though it's a non-profit preschool. The public hearing on that day was, frankly, a sham. I now can look back and know that the commissioners already knew how they were going to vote before the hearing even began. There was one no vote by the chairwoman there, but that was a token no vote. She even said she would vote otherwise if she knew the CUPs weren't going to be already approved. That meeting went from around 8:15 to 1:30 a.m. talking about this proposed preschool in our neighborhood. Our core concerns about safety issues, traffic issues, the impact of a commercial enterprise, everybody to attend. You know, this is a formality. It's already been voted on at the September 6th meeting, and so I am here really to reiterate the opposition of the residents who actually live in the community. Preschool. The applicant has never run a preschool. Everyone who spoke in her favor was from outside the neighborhood, doesn't know what it's like to live in Gundara Park, has no clue to the impact already bombarding us. In fact, only Commissioner...
a bell?
Okay.
But I just received a signal.
Okay. At the December 5th City Council meeting.
All right. Thank you. So you're going to give me the sign from over there? Is that where I look? Okay. All right. Zena Josephs.
Thank you. I'm speaking only for myself, and I realize that my comments will have no effect on this STOA. I'm a former board member of Resources for Infant Educators, and in Sunset Park, we have large and small family daycare facilities which allow up to 14 or 8 children each. And Friends of Sunset Park has received complaints over the years about both large and small family daycares regarding traffic and noise impacts. When the Planning Commission recommended including commercial childcare for up to 20 children in R1 during the zoning ordinance update, there was opposition from many neighborhoods in the city. At the time, I wondered whether any of the Planning Commission members had 20 children next door to their homes. I still wonder about that, and I also wonder whether this little home is really appropriate for 20 children to spend 10 hours a day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That closes the public hearing, and now we are to discuss it, and if it's compatible. Is that really the right finding? Finding 6.
That appears to be a typo, because I think the condition was a 5-foot fence,
Right.
right? Yeah.
So I wasn't sure what exactly was wrong to change.
No, it wasn't, yeah.
So it's just, you just wanted to say 5, that would be,
That's right, yeah,
the
we can make that
intended.
change.
okay.
It's 5 feet, yeah.
Of course, that a little more of the language has to be changed, because it says, to comply with state regulations, the front yard must be enclosed with a 4-foot fence. So it needs more than just a number, a word. It needs to be reflecting what it is. Anyway, okay. Jason?
Yeah, did staff have a modification to the draft STOA that they wanted to make?
I think we could put in here that the front yard fence will be enclosed with a maximum 5-foot fence, and then we can reference per condition number 9. Would that be
Okay.
acceptable?
And that'll make it all match.
Did you have a change regarding, I think it was 21?
He's speaking to the indemnity?
Yes.
Yes, I think we've agreed to take it out because it was inadvertently not included in the first. It will be included in the.
Okay. That brings us to our next item, which is 7A, review of the draft electric vehicle action plan. We get a staff report. You're not Garrett Wong? Okay. Okay. I guess you go up there. Thank you. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Are you going to be using the screen?
Yes.
Oh, should we just come down there? Okay.
Are we going to do this?
Show slides, yes.
Oh, that's just me.
Work in the Climate and Energy Division. And here to present the electric vehicle action plan that we just released, our public draft a couple weeks ago, and it'll be open for public comment through October 15th. And this action plan basically lays out a vision and a set of recommendations to help increase both public and private charging infrastructure throughout the city. And so just to start off with the vision, we envision a wholly decarbonized transportation system in which people choose to walk, bicycle, and take transit, and when driving, choose electric vehicles. So just to start off, within the plan, there's kind of an overarching goal to have a citywide network of approximately 300 public smart chargers in the next 5 years, and to increase the EV ownership to about 15%. We really, mobility framework, so has a lot of actions to transportation options of walking and biking, followed by low emissions transit and shared electric mobility services. And the electric vehicles, when for single occupancy vehicle trips, we hope to be able to facilitate greater adoption of electric vehicles, as vehicles are by far the largest share of carbon emissions within the city, at about 64% of the city's emissions. So this is an overview of the 4 priority areas within the plan. So we have a public infrastructure section, private public policy, looking at some of the different signage and permitting and things like that, and then a community outreach component to really enhance the level of resources available for residents and businesses to navigate the charging process. So I'll start off with our first priority of expanding public infrastructure and modernizing the existing network out there. So there's currently 75 public charging stations throughout the city. And so we're proposing to upgrade the existing network with smart chargers. Currently, all the chargers are what are known as dumb chargers. They're non usage or to receive alerts when stations aren't functioning properly, or to access data so that we can monitor usage. So we're proposing to have a universal network of smart charging stations, which will enable us to do things like enforce turnover for vehicles that are idling beyond their allotted time, and develop additional revenue streams to help sustain operations, just to charge a reasonable fee for the cost of the electricity. And then looking at exploring different integrations of renewable energy and storage to help with grid management and peak shaving. We're looking at adding DC fast charging stations